right, welcome to round 2, front 9, here at the 2024 Flying Eye Open at the Crucible, presented by theplayerstore.com. A lot of good scores in the first round. I got 10 under for myself, 7 under for Joey, and we got JoJo and Jake Shelby rounding out our round 2 card. Here being at the Crucible is fantastic. Like, it's such a prestigious course. We're super excited to be here, and also excited to have Joey Anderson on our commentary crew.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here again. Like you said, this course it's special. There's no other word than special. This place is amazing. It's fun to play. It's fun to just watch people play, watch myself play, watch you play. And we have you here on our card, finishes top 10 in 78% of your events.
Yeah, and saw that round 1 was in the 1060s, which is great. And yourself is close behind, only 3 strokes at a 1045 rated round. Great to have a lot of local guys here at the Crucible playing, and also great to see JoJo. Great first round. You'll see a lot of big sidearms from him, and also Jake Shelby.
Yeah, this is my first time playing with both JoJo and Jake. And yeah, we're gonna see a lot of those big sidearms from JoJo, like you said. Moving on to round 2, hole 1, we got this par 3, 400 feet. The drone, again, it's flying this right side gap, which not a lot of players are taking. A lot of players are taking that left side forehand just because it's more open and there's no woods on the left. There's just right side woods that you have to test. There's also hazard that we are teeing off from, and it kind of follows the whole left side and then wraps around behind the basket as well.
Yeah, and a little bit different conditions today. Yesterday we had sunny skies, 85 degrees, beautiful weather. And today it's a little bit cooler, 65 degrees, and much more wind out there today. We'll see how that affects our players. I know for me, I'm throwing the same disc, hoping for the similar result as yesterday. Not as much turn out of the hand, and because of that, gonna be a little short.
Second place at 7 down.
That's a fine safe shot, though.
Anderson.
I would expect to lay it, but that's kind of in a range where you might think about running it.
And are you making a change from yesterday?
I'm changing the disc. I'm still trying to throw the same shot. I'm actually going with a flippier disc because there wasn't as much wind. I gave it more height this time, and I thought this one was going to be close. It was going to be on the edge of the hazard. And it does end up being in the hazard.
At 3 down.
Yeah, it gets pretty close there, especially around the basket.
Bonet.
Unfortunate to find that off the tee. Another sidearm specialist on the tee box here, JoJo. You're going to see him throw a lot of power behind that, and he's throwing a fairway driver off the tee here. A little bit more stable, yeah.
Yeah. I like this a lot.
Oh, and the roll? Look at that.
Oh, it needs to settle down, though.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Yeah, you can't see that off the tee. I thought he might have skipped
Rounding
along.
out the card.
That's an unfortunate roll.
2 down. We got Jake Shelby. Let's go, Jake.
Yeah, great to see Jake playing well and on the lead card here. Again, going with that sidearm, probably a stable disc.
I really like the look of this one. You got a little bit of turn on it.
Yeah, got a lot of height.
Stabling out. Yeah.
Oh, great reaction.
Oh, actually hits the CTP flag there.
Yeah, no way. I hope he's in on that. That's a great shot. Way to start the round. You know, I did think about running it, but there's no reason to. With that slope on the end, I just laid up.
Yeah, I kind of had the same thing here. Actually, I wanted to run that putt, but the branches were in the way, so I didn't even.
Yeah, I saw the tailwind on yours. I thought you were going to give it a go. So JoJo's playing from the hazard and has this look here. Maybe can connect. Really good bid.
Yeah, it's a lot more uphill than it looks on camera.
Absolutely. And Jake absolutely parking that first shot. Great way to start the second round.
And you're just tapping in your par there. And 2 bogeys from me, myself, and JoJo.
Yeah, like I said, it's a little bit windy, but it's also just breezy. I guess it comes and goes, and you'll see that here on hole 2. It's a par 4, 585 feet. Really difficult as you want to get into the landing zone here before this gap. Left side's great just to open up the second shot, as you'll want to throw a sidearm or a high anhyzer shot just really to get to this ridge, because this is, again, uphill, and you just want to get yourself a look. I haven't seen many people get to the circle in this hole.
Yeah, definitely one of the more challenging holes on the course.
So Jake looks like he's going a little slower disc, maybe a fairway.
Yeah, he leaked a little bit left. He's going to be kind of pinched off, but he might have an angle to kind of still get a little bit aggressive because he came up a little bit short.
A little straight. Want that finish, not a lot of skip, but in the gap.
Yep.
You're going driver as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's kind of flexed. A little bit too straight.
Yeah, it kind of flipped up on me there a little bit. It kind of caught me by surprise. I'm not sure if it was the wind or something, but I really liked the way I threw it.
Yeah, unexpected for that disc. I'm sure you can get up and down. JoJo going the sidearm just to get in position.
Yeah, not really attacking the hole. This hole is pretty simple if you just break it down into those 3 shots to get to the green.
Yeah, I think that's what JoJo's doing. He kind of knows that he can't really get in position off the tee, then he's just going to take his par, and that's a really smart play for him. Jake laying out for his second shot. Great result.
Mm-hmm.
A little chip up to get to the next ridge. And still going for it, still going by the game plan, but a little pinched off for being on the right side.
Yeah, kind of pushing that backside a little bit. Should be no problem from there to get up and down. This is probably about 180 feet or so.
Yeah, still uphill.
Yep.
Little bit more wind than yesterday again, but I think all these players can do that. No problem.
A little bit of a misrelease.
Yeah, a little low from Jake.
It's a nice skip though.
Fortunate to get in circle right there. So what are you feeling on this second round? I know we talked about the weather. Kind of close scores towards the top. Only a 3-stroke lead by myself. Are you trying to be aggressive today?
I think I'm just sticking to the same game plan. It's just more about execution. Especially on the front 9. I executed well on the back 9 the first round. So I'm just trying to play this front 9 a little bit better as Jake just a little bit high for his par there.
Yeah, first putt of the round. I mean, absolutely parking that first hole. Feeling good. I know he was hoping to connect there, but he'll clean up his bogey, and I think the rest of us will get pars. But similar for me, I want to stick to the same game plan. I'm trying not to let the weather get to me because it's a little bit colder and windier. But trying to go to the same game plan, switching up the disc a little bit as needed. But really trying to attack the same holes and staying out of that rough to limit the bogeys.
All right, hole 3, we got a par 5 here, 1,047 feet. You just want to keep it straight through this gap off the tee to kind of set yourself up for this second shot, which is pretty noticeably downhill and a lot more guarded. So there's going to be less wind once you get down here. And then you kind of have this low ceiling to deal with on the third shot approaching the green.
Yeah, beautiful hole. A little high from me, which in result gets me right on the edge of that rough. Not a bad spot.
Yeah, you're not in it like you were in the first round.
Right.
So I think you're going to have a little bit easier of a swing and more options.
Kind of the result of throwing a little bit faster just to get through that initial big gap there. You're going fairway?
Going fairway driver here again, just to kind of keep it neutral the whole way. As long as I give it an amount of height that I know is needed, then it should have the distance.
No, that's a great spot. JoJo going sidearm. Didn't see that round one. Maybe a little slip off the tee?
Oh,
Yeah.
Catches the T sign.
Right on the short pad.
Wow. Yeah, the sidearm, if you have a really big sidearm, you can get really far down this fairway.
Jake also going fairway. Early release. Does it have enough flip?
I tried it. Looked like it caught up on a little bit, those limbs. It's going to be on the edge.
I think JoJo's just kind of trying to lay up to the gap. Looks like he's almost there. He might have something there.
Yeah, it'll be manageable. And Jake actually went a little bit more in the rough than I thought. Looks like he's just putting out.
Yeah, let's see if he can get to the bottom.
Yeah, so he can't even actually see that second gap there.
Yeah, you really can't from this angle either. So he's really trying to get down there and just leaks it a little long. It's a tough shot.
So I'm in a good spot here, looking straight down the gap.
Yeah, great run up.
Kind of turned it over a little bit, but I hit the gap, which is what's important. And actually got past those trees.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, that's kind of the aiming point for the second shot, and you really executed it well.
So you're going with forehand again here.
Yeah, I turned it over. I was thinking about it a little bit too much, and turned it over just too much, and got into the rough there. So JoJo going with the backhand.
Yeah.
Great result.
He actually had a lot better angle than I thought.
Yeah, no kidding.
Catching one tree in the middle, but should be fairly simple from there.
So here I am in the rough trying to make something happen. Actually going with the same disc as I just threw. Really just trying to get to that base of the hill near the tree where actually JoJo hit.
And gave it a lot of height and a lot of angle. Oh, that's great.
Yeah, fortunate to get it out of the rough and in a good spot to save par. Jake in a similar position, I think a little bit further in though, so he didn't have the angle that I did.
Early tree there from Jake.
Yeah, you can see just this rough, if you go in 2 to 3 feet, it's really the difference maker.
Good recovery shot, though. He's going to have some kind of a look from there. He's a little bit pushed the backside.
You're in a great position here. This close ceiling's really all you need to deal with. Leaking a little left. Oh, but you're fine.
Yeah,
Great
fights
shot.
through a neutral enough disc to where it didn't fade out on me too much.
Great shot. JoJo just stretching out there. Maybe a berg just to keep it slow.
Yeah, I think that might even be a Berg X with that stability.
Yeah. So I'm hoping just to match that, keep the ground play. I think I threw a little too hard here. Yep, and the ground play didn't help me and just scooted past a little long.
You still have a good chance to save your par there.
Absolutely. And Jake, Good result. Probably one of the a little closer, but that's fine. So I'm the furthest out here. Maybe 30 right on the circle's edge. A little high. That's okay. First putt of the round.
Kind of a rough hole for Jake there. Kind of finding the rough twice and kind of struggling with it. The rough out here is hard.
Yeah.
It's bad.
But great birdie by you. That's a two stroke swing right there with me taking a bogey. And this will be a great save for par. Yeah, good connect. All right, moving on to hole 4, par 4, 614 feet. Moves slightly to the right, pretty much the entire fairway. Most folks you'll see is a mid-range, straight to maybe overstable with a flex shot just to get you to this landing zone. The second shot is a low ceiling and it goes back uphill. So you really just want to dig it into this hill and hope for a skip to give yourself a look for a birdie or be inside the circle. And you're throwing putter here?
Yeah, I'm throwing the same disc I threw round 1. This is actually new disc to
that
my
looks
bag.
great. Yeah, that looks really good. Needs to travel a little bit more. Oh, got caught up.
I didn't actually know that. I was surprised at where it landed.
Yeah, I thought that looked really great off the tee. I was actually surprised it was short as well. JoJo's going sidearm, just lifted on him and dropped, I think, straight down. So I go with a stable mid off the tee because I like that open area on the left side to set up the second shot.
Yeah, I like this play. Kind of opens up the fairway a little bit more and guarantees a second shot.
Jake's also going sidearm. It's leaking left, punch through. Right in the middle.
That patch is so rough.
It's grown up a lot over the years. Oh, JoJo actually didn't drop straight down. Looks like he's in the rough.
Yeah, this is par at best, I would say.
Wow, great out. Yeah. Definitely giving himself a chance for par. That's a great out.
Kind of similar situation here for Jake. Just pitch out to that good landing zone. Just hope for par.
And you can see how tight it is. It's pretty insane. It's a good out from him.
Jake looking right at it. This is looking nice.
Yeah, really good. Nice flex. Good height. And the skip up. Very nice. Good way to save par. So yeah, you were a little short off the tee. I guess we saw that hit a little something on the ground just to hold it back.
Yep.
You're testing the ceiling.
Yeah, I wanted more Anheuser on that and more pan to the right, but just a little high.
Yeah, I'm trying to execute just like I did yesterday. Similar shot, and just wanted to play that skip shot up the hill to get myself inside the circle for a birdie.
Yep, that's how you draw it up.
JoJo's probably going to be doing the same thing.
Ooh.
Oh, fortunate kick. Kept him going up the hill, inside circle.
Yeah, not the worst kind of skip bounce off that limb there.
Were you thinking about running this one?
I was kind of, but I just didn't give it quite the juice.
Yeah, good opportunity with the hillside there. JoJo can't connect. All right. Ready for me just to erase that bogey on the last hole. So back to even on the round. Great par by Jake.
Yeah, unfortunate bogey from JoJo there. Definitely had a chance to save that par, but just unable to connect there on that putt. Moving on to hole 5, 506-foot par 4. Kind of have a gap off the tee and a hill that slopes from left to right. So you want to get some amount of turn on it. That way you have the distance to reach the landing zone, which is right around here. And then it kind of doglegs left up this hill, and the green is in this beautiful fence area. And then there's also OB on the right on that second shot if you decide to get a little too aggressive on that first shot.
Yeah,
if
you
you're out
really
of
want to
position.
climb off this tee. Get as much as you can just to open up the second shot. I leaked mine and turned it over just a little bit too much.
Mm-hmm. You're still going to have an angle, though. It's just going to be a tough uphill run up.
Yeah, I like your shot much more straight, and getting it to the flatter area to set up your second shot. That's really good.
Yep.
A little low from Jake, but it seems to be tracking.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good skip. Yeah. Oh, JoJo going sidearm. This is tricky with the hill and the slope.
Very tricky. Hard to control the flight of the sidearm on this hillside.
Yeah, absolutely. And it looks like it worked out pretty well. No skip.
Jake is far back here. He's going with the forehand Annie.
Yeah, the camera doesn't do it justice. This is really uphill. So it takes a lot of power just to get it close. And I'm going standstill. Just because I'm close to the rough there on the end. Yeah, tough shot. A little
Very
short.
uphill.
Yeah, contemplating if I should have thrown it backhand, just get more power. I like the shot from JoJo. Needs to flex out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, not bad. It's inside the circle.
Yep. Catching a little bit of the late trees there, but
Yeah, you're in a great spot. You must like this hole. That's 2 bullseye hits for you.
yeah, I was in a little bit of a better position today, throwing straight at it.
True, yep.
How
So-
far would you say this is?
60, maybe uphill.
Yep.
Just giving it a bid. And it falls right in.
That's money.
Yeah, I knew there was no danger, so I just threw it up in the air just to hope get it close, make it a bid, and it really just fell right in. I definitely felt good after that, and we had some spectators starting to crowd around and had to give them some love. We'll see if Jake can connect as well.
Yeah, he kind of had to deal with that post and that tree there, kind of straddling out.
Oh, great putt. It's a good birdie. A little out of position, a little obstructed. Still haven't got to your approach shot yet.
Yeah, I played that one really well. Just one little hop off the hill.
All right, hole 6, probably the signature hole here at the Crucible. You have OB off the tee, but most folks are wanting to get to this landing zone right here just to set up your second shot that goes into the woods. So this is a par 5, 931 feet. You really wanted to see a birdie on this hole as it's a shorter par 5, but you can find some danger, like we mentioned, off the tees OB, and you can find yourself hitting some of these trees on the approach shots.
Yeah, forehand is a really common play here, just to hit the gap and then get right to kind of give yourself the best angle for that second shot, which you do a great job of there.
Yeah, I like keeping a straight sidearm, maybe a little flex, just to keep it out of that right side, but still getting the distance to get down there.
Mm-hmm.
I like this aggressive play.
Yeah, I switched to the backhand just because my forehand was kind of feeling off this week. And, man, that was so close to just holding over on Anheuser.
Still in good position for the second shot, though, just for how far you got down there. It's leaking left, punch through. I think JoJo found the out of bounds. Oh, a lot of hyzer off that release, but it's working out.
Ooh,
okay.
Almost leaks too far right.
Yeah, no, that's still a good spot, though.
This one's kind of fading out a bit early.
No, he probably wanted that one a little bit more low just to compensate with the downhill. In another tricky spot. So Jake's right on the edge of the rough here.
Yeah, kind of a tough run up and releases it a little high. Yeah,
a little high. Common mistake with this downhill. So I'm going standstill sidearm because I like how it flexes out at the end, and I hit it pretty well. Getting it into that fairway to have a pretty good third shot.
Yeah, if you can get over that ravine in 2, it makes this hole really easy.
Looks like you were trying to match.
I was.
Hits the guardian tree.
Yeah, I thought I got around to that initially out of my hand, but turned it over a little bit too much. JoJo finding more trouble.
Yeah, it's pretty tough off the tee, but once you get past the ravine, the main ravine that you see in front of Jake here, it doesn't get too bad. Oh, no. Oh, no. That traveled a long ways.
Yeah, that one kicked about 90 degrees left.
I wish they would make some type of relief. Yeah, this ravine, I know you're in there right on the edge, and I was in there yesterday. It's tough. You're gonna see your footing here could be dangerous.
Yeah, there was a lot of kind of random metal. Like, I think there's like a metal mattress just like there.
Yeah, this used to be an old pasture, so probably some just remnants from that. But you have a pretty good approach just from the bad footing.
Yeah, I actually missed my line there by a whole gap, like a whole initial gap. So I really got away with one there.
Yeah, and since JoJo got past the ravine, he's gonna have a more open shot. So here we found Jake after that kick. Is he looking high? He is.
Yeah, I didn't even walk over there. He was so far left.
Oh my God.
And that's just incredible.
What did he see? Whatever it was, it worked out great.
Yeah.
Yeah, routine for me. Just trying to get the birdie.
I was actually pretty close to
the fence over there.
The fence OB.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, I wasn't that far from the basket. It's sneakily close there.
Oh, I see it now.
I was trying to give this one a little bid, but just a little bit left.
Tricky.
Yeah. Solid putt there.
Yeah, I was thinking about that one. I really wanted to get a birdie on this one just because I didn't get it yesterday, and still being 28 feet, that was still kind of a tester one that you think about. Jake, what a par. Being out of position, off the tee, as well as even on his third shot. It was really, it's like really good for him to get the par there.
Hole 7, we got a par 3, 212 feet, although it probably plays more like 250. Downhill, we got the gap, which is the main gap is on the left. There's a skinny tree in the middle. A pretty demanding gap. Most players are going to be throwing putter and just trying to drift it softly to the right. And it's probably the best ace opportunity on the course, as you have this ravine that's short that you don't want to be in. So missing a little long, maybe giving it an ace run is the best play.
Yeah, this hole gave me trouble yesterday, so trying to not let that happen again. And I am actually very okay with hitting that center tree.
Yeah, didn't get any bad reaction off that tree as well. You're right in the middle. I hit this one a little bit better as well compared to yesterday.
I like this release. I thought you really parked it.
Yeah,
Maybe
I knew it was
a little low.
Yeah, it was a little low out of my hand. I kind of walked up to see and never saw it skid up near the basket, so I kind of knew it was short. This is looking great from Jake.
Yeah, this is great speed, great angle. Really what you want. Go past the basket. Don't even put the ravine in play, and have you a look for birdie long. And JoJo going with the sidearm. Don't see that often either, but it's that center tree that most folks try to avoid. So this is pretty downhill, and I also want to get past that ravine. So just chipping up with a little sidearm float with a putter.
Yeah, this left side, if you're short of the ravine and left, it can be really tough. There's just a lot of branches. You can kind of feel like you're in a cage at times.
Oh. This hits the last tree, but still has a look across the ravine. It's maybe 40 feet, 45.
Catching a little bit of that branch there.
Yeah, unfortunate to see.
This is kind of a scary putt from Jake.
It really is. This is a great angle. It's OB behind the basket if you find all the way at the bottom. But connects, center. That's a great putt.
Yeah, that was very confident.
Taking a stroke on the card. Oh, but you're here. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was more so the
Could
uphill.
you see the basket?
I could see the basket really well, actually. I was surprised at how well I had eyes on the basket. But yeah, just straddle. I think there's a lot of mud down there as well.
Yeah, I was wanting to see your disc on the green there. It's unfortunate that was low, but still a tricky shot. But let's go to hole 8, par 3, 353 feet. It feels like it plays a little bit longer, but it is downhill through this tunnel. A lot of mature trees with how big they are, so you really want to get past those and past this ravine. You're gonna see a lot of sidearms just to play with the hillside, and I think most players are really just gonna be happy if you get past that down log, as it's around 35 to 40 feet. So we're gonna see a lot of sidearms and hope to get close to the green here. Jake, a little low, but it seems to be flexing out.
Maybe skip over the log.
Oh, close.
Just caught the log.
Yeah,
that's still a putt. That's fine.
That's great.
Going with the same disc. What is that?
That's a Halo Valkyrie. Really like the finish on that, as it always comes out, and I get a really fortunate roll. Didn't really commit to the shot, as I wasn't really feeling it that day, but fortunate for where it landed.
Yeah, I mean, you're giving yourself that opportunity to get that little roll by throwing the sidearm.
And you're following suit. Very similar to what I just threw.
Yep.
But you just checked up instead of got that little roll towards the basket. But still, look.
Yep.
With the turn. Oh, this
I
looks
like
great.
this.
Yeah. Now check up. Great shot. All right. I think we're all, circle or circle's edge?
Yep. I think I was just outside circle here.
Downhill look.
Just a little short left there.
Oh, stop. Okay. It's still a tricky putt because it is kind of a death putt. If you miss, it will roll, as you saw.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Jake pulling his a little right.
Yeah, it looked like he got maybe slid under the log a little bit because he's in front of there.
That's true.
Yeah. We're not even to your drive yet. Oh.
So getting birdie looks on this hole, it's a great accomplishment just for how challenging the tee shot is. And again, very fortunate to have that roll at the end of the flight there. So looking at the scores as folks are tapping out their pars, I'm at 3, you're sitting at 1. That's a 5-stroke swing, and not anyone else really playing too hot. Just, I guess it's a testament to how challenging this course is.
Yeah, moving on to hole 9, we have a 732-foot par 4. You have to hit this initial gap if you want to get the birdie here, and just keep it neutral after that. Fading off a little bit to the left is fine, but you don't want to fade too far into the tall rough there. And then you have this beautiful green here with this big mature tree and these low ceiling branches and a little pond on the right side. Just adds to the aesthetic.
Yeah, you want to get out of the gap here, and I pulled mine right, got the kick, and got out of the gap, which is very fortunate. The tee pad was giving me a little... I was thinking about the tee pad more than I should have been. And Jake, similar to mine,
Yeah,
more in the fairway though.
not really birdie positions, but not bogey positions.
Absolutely. But you just absolutely laced this shot. Maybe
Yeah.
trickled a little bit right.
Yeah, it turned over a little bit more than I wanted, but that still is fine. It's just going to make it where I can't really see the pin. I don't even know what's over there, I'm going to be honest. I think some of the pond kind of travels back over there. It's kind of mucky.
He didn't reach there, but it can be tough. This is actually a great shot just to get back into the field, close to the fairway. And you can see the challenge that you have in the rough here. I'm really just trying to get as far as I can up the fairway to set up the next shot.
Looks like you've done that really well there.
Yeah, that's setting up just for a par look. And here I am just talking to some of the spectators.
This is pretty far back from Jake. Looks like he's doing a similar thing, just progressing up the fairway and trying to make that upshot easy.
Maybe just push that a little bit long. And
Yeah.
JoJo's really out there in the rough. Little safari golf. Oh, whoa. Oh, and the cut roll. Now, there is that pond that we saw off the tee and also near the green. It's all this rough is around there, so hopefully we didn't find that. But Joey, I gotta say, this is probably one of the better shots I've seen the entire tournament. Out of position, couldn't see the basket, and you didn't like it. You didn't like it out of the hand.
No, I didn't like it. I went out and looked at the basket a few times, and when I threw it, I just felt like it was just short right. But it actually ended up being great. You kind of skipped a little bit long there.
Yeah, pretty unfortunate ground play. Was hoping for the skip to the right, just a little bit behind the basket because I was trying to avoid the OB, but skipped straight on me and got me in an awkward position for the par putt. So JoJo, again, having a great out. He was an OB, close, but great out to save his bogey. And Jake got a similar result, kind of skipping straight, but he's a little bit closer than I was.
Looks like the wind is starting to pick up a little bit as well, maybe.
Yeah, a little headwind on this putt. Circle 2. Yeah, leaving it high. Fortunate for not to skip out of bounds. Good connect there.
Yeah, that's a great save. I mean, he had 2 very errant shots there and was able to.
Yeah, we're taking
Correct.
the same score right here. Joe, you're taking 2 strokes on the card.
Yeah, all about hitting that initial gap. I think that was a big part of it.
Absolutely.
That's going to do it for the front 9.
Yeah, we're both 2 down through the front 9, so it's still a 3-stroke ball game. And I know yesterday we both played the back 9 really well, so hopefully we can keep challenging each other on the next back 9.
Absolutely. Excited
All
to
right.
get into it.
Can't wait to watch.